You're courting death. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of the Black Panther Library. What are we talking about today? We're talking about the Xianxia genre. More specifically, we're talking about the magic system, the power system in this genre. It's kind of interesting. It's one of my favorite genres right now. Really enjoy it. There's a lot of slop, so don't judge me too much. But if you dig through the slop, you can find some gems. They're kind of in that same vein of the gamer fix, the lit RPG, but it's got that more Chinese element. It's like immortal hero type stories. So anyway, let's get into it. In the Xianxia genre, it's cultivation. You start off as a regular mortal, like you and me. You're a regular guy, just chilling, being regular, doing your thing. You got a lifespan about 50, 60 years. Because you're probably not in modern age. You're probably in medieval to pre-medieval China type environment. So your life expectancy probably 50 to 60 years max. Maybe if you're rich, you can get a couple extra years. Then you start cultivating. You got that chi. You start finding your chi. You have aptitude. You got spirit roots. Whatever, you have access to the magic power in the cultivation novel. So what's the first stage? The first stage is key building. That means you're a beginner. You're a beginner. You can probably do a little bit of advanced martial arts. You might be able to do like some Avatar the Last Airbender type bending type shit. Maybe you can do some fire attacks. Maybe you can cast a fireball. Maybe you can use a talisman or something to boost your power. But you're not Thanos at this point. I would say a good example of your power level would be who's a good example? Maybe more of a Captain America type deal. You're more Captain America at this point in your cultivation journey. I think that's a good comparison. So, all right, you're in the key building stage. You're in the key refining stage, the chi refining stage. My bad. You've gained up. You've leveled up, and you're about to break through. I forgot. Most of these power levels, it has stages. So chi refining, you're gonna have like 9 levels of chi refining. Oh my gosh, I broke through to the second level of chi refining, head ass. Like, okay, cool. So you break through from the first to the second all the way up to the 9th. Normally there's about 9 stages of chi refining, and you're about to break through to the next level. What's the next level? Foundation establishment, baby. Like we're cooking right now. Foundation establishment, that's when you start building your foundation. We're gonna do this video again, but right now, bear with me. Foundation establishment though. So you're sitting, you're meditating, you're cultivating, you're building your foundation. Now it's important that you don't fuck up in this stage. Like this is going to basically, like, you can fuck up in the chi refining stage. You can just recultivate that real quick. It's not high stakes in the chi refining stage. But once you get into that foundation building, F that up if you want to. You won't be asked for the rest of the fic. You ain't gonna have no future for the rest of the fiction, bro. For the rest of the series, you're gonna be cooked if you have a bad foundation. Unless you're the protagonist, then you can get some like legendary elixir or some type shit, some magical resources. But if you're just a regular person in the verse and you mess up your foundation establishment phase, like, oh yeah, you're cooked. Like, you take a lot of medicine, you take a lot of pills to try to get like quick power, you're cooked. You're gonna be getting face slapped by the protagonist for the rest of the verse, for sure. So that's the next level, is foundation establishment. At this level of power, you're small town level. You can blow up small towns. You can fly with the help of resources. You can use pretty nice attacks. I would say at this level of power, at foundation establishment, you're kind of like a foundation establishment is like a Kage level nigga in Naruto. like a Kage level threat. So like maybe not Hashirama, but maybe Tsunade, maybe one of the right Kages, like one of those type of dudes. You could be on that level. All right. Anyway, after the foundation establishment, still 9 phases. So you go, oh, I broke through to the 5th stage of foundation establishment, head ass. All right. So you got into the peak of foundation establishment. Now you're about to break through to core formation. Core formation is elite. We love core formation. This is the best stage of cultivation power. Like, you're not too OP, you're not like super Taoist above the heavens, like you're not like crazy powerful at this point, but you got that power. Like, you're in that great mid tier where you're not too OP, where it's like, this dude can never get beaten, but you're also not like a noob anymore. Like, you can't just get face slapped by everybody in the verse. Like, you kind of got some respectability at this level. Core formation, you kind of got some respectability. So at this point in power level, you make a golden core. You make a golden core, or at least in most cultivation, most Xianxia, you make a golden core, or sometimes you get exotic with it. You'll do like a whirlpool 5-element Taoist core, or some type of stuff like that. And at this power level, you're more like, I wouldn't say Superman maybe, but you're at least at Captain Marvel level. I mean, maybe not. Well, I want to say you're 100% Hashirama level. At this point, you're Hashirama level. You're definitely Naruto 6 Sage Pass mode Naruto. Like, you're like at the highest level of Naruto, breaking into like a higher, you're breaking into Dragon Ball Z territory. I would say at core formation level, you're like, I'm not gonna, you're probably, because you're definitely a mountain destroyer. You're like early Dragon Ball Z. Like, you're at least at Raditz level. That's pretty powerful. Like, you're at least, at bare minimum, you're at Raditz to maybe even Nappa level of power at core formation. So you got a decent amount of abilities at core formation. The next phase is like, normally at core formation, you can survive getting like split in half. You can kind of regrow, but like you can still die if you get like if you get your head cut off. You can still die, but you can like survive getting maybe bisected. You could probably grow back half your body, but your head gets cut off, you're probably dead on that one. What's the next stage? All right, you cultivate, break through to the 9th realm of the core formation. What do you do next? Nascent soul. And for the purpose of this video, we're gonna stop at nascent soul. It's after that you get like to crazy levels of stupid power where it's like it's not even realistic anymore. Nascent soul, you basically turn your soul into a corporal version of yourself. So you can like basically have your soul leave your body, and it can affect the world. So you can have your body, and then you can have your soul out here doing stuff. So you can multitask. It's pretty cool. You can survive your whole body being destroyed at this level of power, because you have a nascent soul. So you could get blown up to smithereens. As long as it's not a spiritual attack, you can actually possess another person's body. Now that's kind of effed up, but you can. That's ability. So you have like at least one chance to respawn with your nascent soul. So you have that. What other powers do you have as a nascent soul cultivator? You're really continent level at this point. Like continent, some even in some verses, in some Xianxia verses at nascent soul, you can actually be planetary level. at nascent soul level. Like, you can actually, like, depending on how big your world is, you might be able to blow up a world at nascent soul. At least you can blow up a small round. So at that point, you're definitely at probably Frieza Saga Goku. Frieza Saga Goku before he turns Super Saiyan. You're kind of around there, like with Kaioken type shit. But you have a lot more hacks, a lot more abilities. You can probably have some Taoist abilities. You could probably, if you have probably have some hacks, some spiritual warfare that you can engage in. That you're not just throwing hands at this point. You got a lot of stuff in your toolkit. You could probably do formations that could probably sap your vital chi, all types of crazy stuff. Just look at some of the crazy stuff that these nascent soul cultivators be doing. But yeah, that's kind of, a brief overview of the power system in these Xianxia novels. If you find that somewhat interested, then give some of these novels a try. You'll probably have to wade through some slop, but you'll find some good ones. Anyway, it's been great. Stay strong, my peoples.